per Wrestling Observer newsletter. This is via at WrestleLamia. So shout out WrestleLamia, I suppose. They make like top 10 lists and shit, don't they?
Yeah, I'm not 100% familiar, but I know the account.
So basically, AEW talent is reportedly frustrated with Tony Khan, feeling the popularity is steadily declining, even though Khan presents the product in a stronger light. There is also a lot of frustrations from a circle since talent comes to the shows and sees the smaller crowds. Since the start of the year, Khan always paints a positive picture about the company being stronger due to increased revenues. So he's lying to the talent.
Yeah, of
or
course.
bringing up ratings. Okay, you guys say ratings don't matter. And there's the feeling that popularity is declining overall and changing. How is that a feeling? We just know that's the case.
No, the numbers support this. Like, the thing I always say is quality is subjective. Numbers are objective.
Right. And then we have a report like this saying, so the talent's frustrated. And then we have a report like this saying, like, the deal between AEW and CMLL means that for any show CMLL talent appears on, no other Mexican wrestlers can appear who work for like the other companies like AAA. So like the Lucha Bros and all of these guys. Do you know what I mean? So it's like,
but doesn't that also include like Tony's contracted wrestlers? Like if Andrade was still there, would he not be able to be on TV?
That's what we're saying. It's like,
good thing you got out of there, Andrade.
Think about thank God Andrade got the fuck out of there. Like think about like you have Roosh on your roster and Orange Cassidy's your international champion and now you're going to jeopardize. I don't know if he's down with CMLL or AAA, but it's just like, you're like, if that's true, I just tweeted out, if that's true, like Tony is an incompetent fucking human being. And Meltzer,
what is he trying? What is he attempting to do with CMLL?
I don't know. Who's he trying to get over?
I think he's trying to strike back
talent. Or
didn't he have a thing going with AAA and it didn't work out? Like, he was probably poaching the talent and not giving them anything back like he normally does.
Dude, that's what he's done with everyone. So that I'm not.
I don't know
specifics, but that's what he did to TNA. But that's what he did to New Japan Pro Wrestling. So what you're saying, there's fire to that smoke more than likely, right? Like it's a repeated.
Probably. I mean,
it's a pattern, dude.
Conan is very critical on Conan's podcast. He's very critical of AEW. Conan and Disco and them. Yeah. They're very critical of what.
And shout them out.
Yeah, big time. Love those guys.
Yeah.
But I think that's it. I think Conan's saying mean things about him, and it's just like whatever I got to do to strike back, and get, he needs to, now that WWE is working with working with TNA and like doing other things, like all of a sudden the forbidden door is not so forbidden anymore. So now he needs more. He's got to be that inclusive guy that like, oh, I help all these companies by going on the TV and talking about the garbage. Like, when he cut heel promos on TNA for weeks and weeks with no payoff, and then had Kenny Omega come in and decimate their entire roster, and then when he lost the belt, it was on Rampage to Christian,
and then they gave Christian to Impact. Yeah, then they said, yeah, Christian, you just go back to Impact, fucking drop the belt. Like it was like, here's like the leftovers of what the story was. I know, dude, it's crazy. We lay it out. You laid it out perfectly. Every episode of this fucking show I lay out these scenarios. Nothing's gonna fucking change. It's crazy too, because we know Tony is seeing your tweets. Take some fucking advice, maybe, if you're seeing these tweets, Tony Khan, of fucking Marv the Movie Monster, take some goddamn advice, maybe. Jesus Christ. Like it's not all in bad faith, dude. You got to accept some of this sometimes, some of the criticism. But anyways,